If you are still looking for ways to add video to your business, but you're struggling just to press record and start making videos, then it could be that you're complicating the entire process. So today we're talking about 6 simple ways that you can make videos easier for yourself. Let's get right into it. If you're new here, my name is Liz and I help coaches and consultants add video to their business. Be sure to subscribe so that you never miss any of my future content. Now, camera confidence, camera technique, camera presence, all of those are huge topics. We could never actually finish covering them in a 10-minute video. But I do want to give you some suggestions today for how you can make it considerably easier for yourself just to get started with video. Most of the time, I've noticed that a lot of my clients have overcomplicated the process right at the beginning of their journey, and then they felt overwhelmed even before they got started. So that's what we want to avoid. So let's jump into 6 really easy and simple steps that you can take to make video creation far easier on yourself. Let's jump right into it. The first thing to do is to start with topics that you know really well and are genuinely interested in. This seems like a no-brainer, but you would be surprised how many people try to come up with these groundbreaking, revolutionary ideas for their first 10 videos. Now, I understand the psychology behind it because they want to add video to their business and start out with a bang, with the most exciting videos that they could possibly think about. But it is far harder to get started with that type of content. Instead of that, focus on what your specialty is. What is your actual niche? What are the topics that you know really well? If you can't think of how to structure any of those topics really well, at least start out with a couple videos where you are talking about your own experience, your own background, how you got into this line of work. Create an introductory video. All of those videos at least will be on topics that are about yourself and your own life and journey. It will be far easier for you to just speak naturally about those type of topics, which will make it easier for you to get on video. The second thing to do is to wear something that you like. Now, this seems really silly, but you'd be surprised how many people agonize about what to wear when they start shooting videos, and so they get so frustrated with that process that they don't make any videos at all. Instead, just grab 3 or 4 outfits that you really like, that fit you well, that complement your skin tone, and don't blend in with the background where you are standing. Those are the main things to care about at the beginning. Don't be doing too much research within the first leg of this journey about the perfect colors that suit you. That's something that you can think about later. The goal now is to actually just start shooting the videos. So make sure that your outfit fits you well, complements you, and makes you feel very confident, and then that will help your delivery in your first few videos. Now, the third thing to do is more about technique, and as you start creating more videos, you'll be able to mix and match different ways of doing this. But your first couple of videos should be a little bit more close up, because then it gets you into the hang of speaking to the camera without making it feel like a whole production. If you set up your tripod or your stabilization device a little bit further away from you, then you actually have to activate even more skills that you might not be used to. On the other hand, if you stand just one arm's length away from your phone and look right into the camera lens and speak, then that's a little bit easier, in fact. Then it feels more like you're having a conversation, or like you're simply just FaceTiming with somebody and holding your phone close. You'll find that it feels less of a big deal when you start making your first few videos like that. Not only that, but that frame will actually capture you quite close up, which makes a more intimate and personal style of video. Those are great videos to put out first when you are first starting to get on camera. The next thing that I encourage you to do to keep your video journey easy is to start with your cell phone. If you haven't practiced camera delivery yet and you're not yet confident in front of the camera, why, oh why, are you going out and spending money on a DSLR? You are basically trying to buy the BMW of video equipment before you've actually learned the skill yet. Don't do that. Nowadays, people are even creating film festival videos on their smartphone. So phones have really come a long way, and the camera that you have on your phone is probably a really good one. If possible, try to use the back camera. So that means instead of holding the camera in a way that you are actually looking at your own face while you are recording, turn it over and then use the camera that's at the back. This might mean that you have to ask somebody to hold the camera for you, or use a tripod so that you can stabilize your device. But definitely start with your smartphone. Once you get really comfortable delivering your content with just your smartphone, that's the right time to start thinking about upgrading to more expensive equipment. But above all, when you are speaking to the camera on your smartphone, meaning the back of your phone, be sure to find the camera lens first before you start speaking. Don't be looking below that or above that. You want to find the lens and look directly at that. Now, just a word here. There's absolutely nothing wrong with your front camera, meaning there's nothing wrong with holding your smartphone here and looking at it while your face is in the actual mirror that you see. The only drawback of this is that that front camera is a tiny bit less quality than the back camera. That's one thing. Secondly, it's the human nature to end up looking at yourself while you are shooting like that. When you look at yourself, you're not actually looking at the camera lens. The lens is at the top of that smartphone, that tiny little circle that you see there. So it is going to be really hard for you to concentrate on just focusing on that lens when your own face is there looking back at you. So just get rid of that distraction altogether and flip over your phone, be looking at the back camera lens, and then start like that. The fifth thing that you should be doing is to plan a 2-line intro, a 2-line ending, and then 1 point in the middle. There's no reason your first few videos need to be very, very elaborate and lengthy. Just think of 1 point or 1 thought that you want to share. People are more than willing to watch a video that just has 1 thought in it. No one is sitting down with an expectation that they're going to get a huge lesson or a lecture through a short video. But you do need to plan your opening and your ending. Your opening is so important. You want to make sure that you deliver that confidently without stumbling and rambling and trying to make it up and wing it as you are going along. Start out with something interesting and practice that 2-line intro. Similarly, practice that 2-line ending. You don't want your video just to end abruptly or to end like you couldn't think of how to wrap it up, so you just said something. So think of something interesting to say at the end. And you know by now that the best practice is to include some type of a CTA, a call to action. So that means at the end of the video, ask your viewer to do something. You can ask them to like this video, share the video, drop a comment underneath, subscribe somewhere, follow you somewhere, join your next thing, check out your website, look at the link in bio, whatever it is. Just give them a little bit of something to do. That wraps up the video nicely. It clues into the viewer that your video is ending, and it leaves them with that action of what they should do next. And the sixth thing that you can do to start making videos even easier is to start smiling even before you press record and speak in your own words. Remember, being authentic is the new normal. That is the direction that video marketing is going in. The days of having these highly polished productions are actually dwindling. Unless you go to a movie theater and you're paying money to watch a movie, nobody else is actually expecting that type of production when they just scroll on social media or check out other videos. So that means you are allowed to be yourself. You are allowed to speak the way you always speak, using the words that you always use with your normal tone of voice. Start smiling even before you press record, because it's hard to remind yourself to smile after you've already started talking. Your nerves might come to the forefront at that point, and then you'll forget about smiling for sure while you're thinking about what to say. So instead of that, smile, press record, and then just dive into your opening 2 lines, your 1 point, and your closing 2 lines. Remember, somebody is going to watch your video and think, wow, this lady has said something that really makes sense to me. Or, wow, I never thought about this before. Or, wow, who is this person? Let me check out her account. So it is a fun and interesting and really compelling thing to be able to get on video. Remember, you are your own worst judge. That is the case for all of us. Most people are not sitting there and analyzing and critiquing our videos because most people don't care. People are bumping into our videos as they are looking for other things sometimes, and we're just going to capture a corner of their interest and hopefully stop their scroll. So typically, your audience is going to appreciate the fact that you had the courage to show up on video in the first place, because remember, lots of business owners are still not getting on video. So if you want to learn how to make this process faster for yourself, I encourage you to join me at my next live webinar. I'm going to be outlining 3 ways that you can actually get on video even if you're an introverted coach or consultant and actually stand out in a crowded coaching market. Be sure to look for that in the description below. Just click the link and I will send you the information. So if you like this video, I hope that you will give it a like, share it off with one of your friends. Don't forget to subscribe, because every single week I bring you a new video teaching you how you can add video to your business. So until next time, take care.